We're back now from the southwest region of the island to come about the southeast area. There's a few places we can go from here, but only one is unlocked at the moment. The area we just unlocked, to be specific. And that's out at Mermaid's Cove, the second surfing course. Mermaids? Finn best keep his fins to himself, lest he face this sea siren's wrath. Besides the gaggle of mermaids that wade these waters, it's not too different from the first surfing course. Likewise, the simplicity of surfing itself stems from the fact its variety comes from obstacle placement instead of course structure. The waves themselves will never be any bigger, smaller, or any less gnarly. Don't shoot for the stars here though, you'll miss out on a 4-pack of Twitchies. A red herring amidst the mermaids. Go figure. So here's an example of that temporary invincibility you get coming off a jump. Youch! Seafood soup! I feel kinda bad for the gals with gills as well. They too simply seem like they're just enjoying themselves. And to think they merely get tossed aside and replaced by the officials after each run. Maybe that's what was locked in those smelly crates. Never mind. The smarter ones are simply spectating towards the bottom. Nothing you can do with those taking part as aquatic aesthetics. So yeah, as simplistic as surfing is compared to the other events, it's still all good fun. Dare I say as relaxing as a calm sunset tide. Wait, I want to see something again real quick. Ouch! Yep, Guppy tore that mermaid right in two, one section after the other. That's a bit extreme, even for a sport like this. First up here is Derek, beach bum archetype extraordinaire. Linda's more of a Loch Ness buff. Mermaids aren't nearly as legendary in her eyes. Meanwhile, Amy doesn't seem to have any luck finding mermaids, period. Sure you weren't straying off towards Turtle Reef, you rosy rascal? Bonzo seems more focused on sushi than surfing. No one does hip-hop better than a frog man, eh, Ray? Abby's got quite a bubbly personality, full of joy and laughter. Finally, we got twin sisters Aqua and Agua, a pair of aces that are truly one of a kind. And their auntie ups us past 75 medals, opening a new skyboard course at Misty Ridge. The local goon prides herself on her beautiful voice, but my superior score still manages to take her breath away. Now I would take on the Bonehead next, but we actually can't reach her until later in the game, so we're done here for now, and with 79 medals to our name. Not quite enough to continue exploring out and around here, so let's double back towards the starting area and continue through more of the courses that have been available from the get-go. Teleport! Wait though, before we get started here, we need the proper introduction. Mr. Stonewall, if you please.
Doom and gloom to all who trespass on this island.
Alright, and now, time to take on the Tropical Falls, the first of the inline skate courses. I was once an inline skater. Then I forgot my knee pads. 3 types of runs to cover out here, so let's start with finding the flags. The first 3 are actually pretty close together, so long as you know where to look. Twitchies can be used one of 2 ways when skating. To pull off a double jump after a mid-air spin, or to spin through obstacles on the ground. Staying grounded at the split path will take us to the low road for the 4th flag. It's possible to grab it without having to double back with a well-timed jump, but I'm not always able to pull it off. Another fairly tricky jump towards the end here when grabbing the final flag. At least if you don't plan on using a twitchy shake to grab it. Wait, that girl's not topless, is she? There's an official right there, you know. When it comes to inline speedrunning, you'll usually be required to turn in flawless runs, going non-stop without crashing once. It may sound daunting, but your horizontal momentum is the same whether you're going up or down a slope. So as long as you stay on the move and don't bail, you can take any path towards this particular goal. And when you gotta duck through gates, it won't slow down your momentum too much so long as you get back up the moment you're through. As an extra momentum preservation precaution, you may want to refrain from doing too many grounded spins, be it regular or twitchy. Finally, the technical run. Our goal here is 8,000 points within a minute 15, which is more than doable if you take advantage of the big grind spots. Like I just didn't back there with the vine going off the treetops. Still plenty of point gates though, and you can't discount how much throwing down the occasional spins can add up. Some good grind spots on the upper path, too. Speaking of spins, it's actually possible to chain multiple spins together on the ground if you double tap with the correct rhythm. It's a good way to tack on some more points, but if you do too many in a row, you'll start to slow down. And unlike kickflips and skateboarding, you won't get points for doing them at a standstill. Also, it's kinda curious how many times I managed to bail into these particular boxes after playing through this track for the first time in a while. Good thing Guppy's got padding in all the right places. Ugh, don't mind me, guys. Seriously, don't. A is for Alice, the agile and athletic. B is for Bobby, the brave and the bold. C is for Cindy, the speedrunner. Yep, I was only able to tie her time despite a flawless run. It appears Marsha would rather be trying on heels than wheels. This is Petey, the flag fanatic. Whether they're tucked away in a giant sandwich or a pool of whipped cream, he'll always find them proper. Even Jan double dares you to think otherwise. Ever wonder about the name of that man in the yellow hat? It's Greg. Gunther sort of seems like a shy guy hanging all the way back out here. You'd think he had a weird face or something. Oh well. The local goon reaffirms her status with not just her score, but also her shades. Still not good enough for the mask though, sweetheart. This bonehead seems to be hiding something from me. Oh wait, it's just his big fat head. Oh, burned! No hidden medals here either, so time to party like our medal count's 99. Hey girl, how you doing? This waterway is actually a nice shortcut back to the old watering hole in the southeast area of the isle. Teleport. Though our next stop is going to be just north of the Tropical Falls. And here we got our first skyboarding course up at Eagle Haven. where you become the star of your own in-flight movie. Hey, time to score big air on the small screen. Being the first skyboard course, there's nothing too complex to deal with here. The foreground clouds can obstruct your vision, but they'll never completely cover any obstacles from your sight that I know of. All the flags can be found in the center of this course too, which makes them easy pickings. Twitchies used while skyboarding will let you spin through any aerial annoyance for a short time, granting a few extra points along the way. Their pain is your gain. After getting flag 5, the rest of the trick arrows follow a wavy trail that ends in the center, so that's when I start unloading any extra arrows for the showstopper. Thing is, if you're in the middle of a trick when your chute opens at the end of the course, the trick animation will cancel out, but you'll still get full credit for the trick. Pretty handy since big combos can last quite a while, and unlike with twitchy spins, you're stuck in place the whole time. And for the number crunchers in the crowd, I had but 1,000-point landing during all the 10 or so runs I did here. So yeah, that feeds quite the needle threader. First up for this aerial encounter is AJ, who's not about to sell out to Big Cola anytime soon. Oh, AJ. Well, the good news is that puts us at 100 medals, unlocking a new inline skate course back at Seaweed Bridge. How's the weather up here, Aaron? Hate to put a damper on that mostly sunny demeanor of yours. Adam's lost track of his Xtreme trading cards. Say, did one of them look like this? Kick, annoy, pester. Jessica's worried about how she's dressed. Probably thinks she needs parachute pants to go parachuting. Silly blonde. Jenny's not all into that hipster slang, so I can understand why she spells her name with an I. Robu says he'll fix my wagon, but I say he should fix his spell checker first. While he's doing that, we can uncover 3 hidden metals in this grassy patch. A fine harvest indeed. You'll be hard-pressed to find a more free spirit than Catherine. She lives life on the edge. Wade simply enjoys the thrills of soaring high in the sky. Would that make him an escapist artist? This goon thinks of me as a mere beginner. The proper term is rookie, you amateur. Another female bonehead. No less threatening than their male counterparts, though I do wonder which of the two puffs its chest out to attract the other during mating season. With our medal count in the hundreds, I'd say we're making pretty good progress thus far. But before we continue climbing up the ranks, let's check in with Finn for the latest word. So Finn's been wondering why some of these medals have been hidden around and about. Relax, Finn, it's just a game. Wait a second, maybe I spoke too soon. Sounds like Finn may be onto some sort of cola caper here. I knew those bone boys and goon girls were up to no good in the hood. We're just gonna have to show them who wears the goggles around here. Ah, the magic of editing to make things look easy. But fret not, fail feasters. I've opted to include some of the more flagrant fails. Like that little combo killer there. Oh hush, you overclocked bilinear hypocrite. Or this roasted chestnut, where a better landing would have made all the difference. Still, this is skyboarding. Accidents are bound to happen. Not like with the more simpler surfing. Whoop, perfect time for that twitchy to fizz out on me. Right then, I'll just be crashing again, I guess. What's my time? What's my time?